It's me. Leave a message at the beep.
Hey man, it's me. So the bees aren't working out. I know you have bees and you like bees and you're a bee man and you and your kids just love getting, stung by bees. But we're getting stung to crap, and all we're getting for it is honey. And that's, kind of stupid. Honey is it's like $1 a jar, and and the stuff from China is even cheaper. And I get it, it's counterfeit. It's not real honey, but you know what, honey? Honey. And yes, I'm calling you honey. No, listen, it's not working out. So here's what I wanted to know. I I told the kids I'd ask. You're the expert. You can tell me. What kind of bees do we need to make, instead, we don't want honey. We've got way too much honey. What we want is maple syrup. And I Googled maple syrup bees. I'm not finding anything. So do I need wasps? Because if I need wasps or hornets or something to get maple instead of stupid honey, you know what? Just call me back. Call me back. Welcome back, my friends. You are back for yet another week of the Brian K. White 4K podcast, the Glossy News Podcast. Oh my gosh, it's a thing. It's a thing, and apparently, according to, I don't know, you and me, you're listening to it. That's weird, isn't it? I mean, really. It's like we're having a conversation. It's like you know everything about me, except, I don't know anything about you. It's like we're on a first date. It's like we're on a first date, and I'm just sitting here telling you everything about me. My siblings, my friends, my family. And you're just, who are you? What are you up to? How's your week been? I'd like to know more about you. But, all in due time. So, check it out. Got another podcast for you. I don't know how many of these I'm going to keep doing. But, for now, we're still steamrolling ahead for apparently some reason. A very important reason, which has yet to manifest itself to me. And that's fine. I'm okay with that for now. So, yeah. This week's podcast is brought to you by Blu-rays that don't burn. Blu-rays that don't burn. It reminds you of the days when CDs didn't burn. DVDs always burned. Blu-rays? I don't know. It's probably a problem with Microsoft and their absolutely terrible software. With that said, let's get right on to this week's sponsor. This week's podcast is brought to you by Windows 10. No, they haven't paid me to say this, but with over 110 million downloads, which has not changed in the last 2 goddamn months, they've been reminding me that it's been 110 million people twice a week. Surely, things are going great. Windows 10. It's like Windows 7 or 8, except they don't actually tell you what's better, presumably because nothing is. Windows 10, it's what you can wipe your ass on, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to install it. They can go to hell. Stop sending me reminders every 5 seconds. Microsoft, for the love of God. I love you guys. I still have your stock, but please, please, dear God, stop demanding that I install some new bullshit system without telling me even one thing that's actually... security. Security. Right. All systems say security. That's not an actual thing. Unless it is, except, the part where it isn't. No, come on, Microsoft. Get your shit together. All right, let's get started. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll answer it. I didn't want to, but I'll answer it. A lot of you have been asking me on, Twitter and Facebook and Reddit and, all the other places you can conveniently find at glossynews.com/podcast. You guys have been asking me, why don't I just date Taylor Swift? And I know it's a big question and one I should address. So fair enough, I'll address it. I didn't want to. I mean, this is, my kids are going to hear this podcast and they're going to think, wait, Dad was going to date Taylor Swift? Yes, my children, the question has been raised, and I can't ignore it any longer. But I'll tell you why I will not date Taylor Swift. No, it's not because she's a foot taller than me. No. When she appeared at the, the halftime with Bruno Mars, hey, short man representing. He looked good. No, that's not why. Is it because I outweigh her 7-1? No, it's not. I mean, that would be an issue. And will be an issue. No, that would be an issue. Not will, but would be an issue. No, the reason I will not date Taylor Swift, is because she doesn't know how to keep it private. She just doesn't. Back in the day, you could have, your life and your celebrity, and you could keep them separate. But no. She doesn't just allow them to be commingled. She requires it. She sings songs about her exes. And my friends, my neighbors, my family, my children, I will not be a song about Taylor Swift's ex. Oh no. That is the reason why Taylor Swift and I will never date. Not because, almost got through it. I can do this. Not because she's never heard of me and never will. No, that is not why I will not date her. Not because I'm married, though I am. Happily. Taylor. Yes, I am happily married, Taylor. Wait, honey, would you break up with me to date Taylor Swift? Honey, I would kill you in the street to date. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. That is not me. That's I assume the ghost of Marco Rubio possessing me. I don't know. Maybe it's Gary Hart. Who knows? I mean, no, the real reason I won't date Taylor Swift, marriage aside, her dating someone else aside, whatever. I mean, if that's her thing. No, the reason I won't is because I don't want my children to hear a breakup song about me that sucks. And let's face it, pretty much all of her breakup songs have sucked. I'm sorry, T Swift. It's not that I don't find you attractive. It's not that, your tens of millions of dollars in wealth aren't impressive. It's that I don't want my children to hear a breakup song about me and their new mommy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, I almost got through it. Yeah. That's the reason why. So one of the things I figured out kind of early on in my young adult development was the difference between an excuse and a reason. Now, you invite me to your party. Oh, I'm sick. Well, you're not sick. I saw you on Facebook. Oh, my mom is... Well, your mom's on Facebook too. I saw her. She's fine. Oh, I have... You know what? The difference between excuses and reasons is that excuses are infinite and reasons require just one. So basically the way it works is, if you have a reason to do or not do something, you only need one reason. If you have to dig up excuses to not do something, you will need 1,000,000 of them. 10, 20, 50, 100. Because excuses are bullshit. They're excuses. They're not reasons. They're not reasons. So, I know this is a short segment, but this is something I feel strongly about. It's one of the first big things I realized as a young adult, and I was really proud of it. There are 100 excuses why you don't go to bed on time, but there's only one reason. You don't wanna. Now, the reason might be painful. Well, why didn't you go to bed? Because I didn't wanna. Well, that's not good enough. No, it is. That's the whole reason. That's it. That's all there is. I can say I had some more cleaning to do, or I had to brush my teeth again, or I had to get up and go to the bathroom again. And yeah, sure, I'm kind of going from excuses my kids give me when they don't want to go to bed, but the bottom line is, the reason is, I just don't want to go to bed. I just don't want to. I'm afraid I'm going to miss something. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't want to go to bed. Yeah, let the excuses go. Let them go. We can sit here and debate for 5 hours through all of your unending excuses, or you can just give me the real reason and we can talk about that. So, yeah, as a parent, boy, I tell you, the whole reason-excuse debate is all that much more relevant. So for those of you watching, you may wonder, why is this so orange? And I don't have a good answer. But there's another, thing we need to talk about, which is catching up. There are 3 things about which we need to catch up. One is traffic, downloads, streams, listenership, etc. And that's at about 1,300 a month. Not bad. It could be better. I mean, I could actually get some fans out of it. Who knows? I mean, you guys could give the first flying fuck about this, you could go to glossynews.com/podcast and get in touch with me on Twitter and Facebook and Reddit and all those good places. My God, why don't you? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? The second is the cost per episode. Well, it is falling graciously, despite some modest upgrades to the equipment. It is falling. It is at about $71 per episode historically, which is great, considering I have made something like $19 so far. Something like that from YouTube. YouTube is just the best, and I'm going to go into that in the next segment. YouTube is just so awesome. Not only do they host your content, they also arbitrarily screw you over and do so without anyone to contact, any recourse. There's nothing you can do about it. Pretty much you're just screwed. It's really awesome. They've got quite an amazing racket going on. I mean, they're just they're like nothing before them. And lastly is my Reddit experiment, which I haven't mentioned in a few months. Well, I did not break records. I found other users who had ascended the ranks more quickly than I had. And the monetization opportunities never presented themselves. So I stopped. I mean, I'm not doing it for fun. It was fun, but I'm not doing it for fun. I was doing it as a business opportunity, and it just didn't work out. So that had to end. So let's go into the next segment where we talk about the ways in which, and the many ways in which, YouTube really, really loves to screw over their publishers. And by publishers, clearly I mean me. So, yeah, let's do that now. Do you want to know how YouTube screws over their publishers? And by publishers, I really mean the small guys. I mean NBC, Universal, Vivo. Those guys do not get screwed over. In fact, they benefit from the rest of us being screwed over, and I will show you how. So let's look at this graphic here. Here you can see my podcast 35, which is last week. Copyright dispute in progress. Well, you see there's only 3 views, but it's only been up for a few hours. But for the next 37 days at least, all of the money that this podcast brings in will be paid to the publishing company of Pitbull and Kesha. Mind you, it's a 40-minute episode, and I only talk about their song for, a little bit, and I do so under clear fair use auspices, but they get all the money. They get all of it. And in 37 days, when the copyright is restored to me, when I finally get my rights back, I will not get back any of the interim money. All of that goes to them. The big publishers, they just get it all. And they don't even have to file a complaint. No, the automated algorithm picks it all up, screws you over, rapes you, and this isn't a big deal for me. I'm losing tens of cents on this, and that's fine. What's not fine is everybody else who does the same thing. It's such a ridiculous situation. All right, so let's look at some of the other ones that have been demonetized. We've got North Korea has no hydrogen bomb. There's nothing controversial about this, but because it has North Korea in the title, I can only assume, because they don't tell you, they never tell you, There's no one to talk to. You don't have a rep. You don't have anyone at YouTube who gives the first damn about you. No monetization. You cannot monetize that. So let's scroll down a bit. Podcast 24, that had a comparison. It had a story about how mashups should not be subject to the same rigor of copyright. And I played about 40 seconds from a mashup of Dolly Parton. And because of that, yeah, it's not monetized. I contested it. It took, a good month to get my rights back. But now, nobody monetizes. For the first 37 days, 38 days, they got all the money from my entire podcast. And now that my rights have been restored, nobody gets any. So that's pretty stupid. Scrolling down, how to beat terrorists before they even get started. One view. I assume that's me, and it's not monetized. Is it because I said terrorist? Because that's horseshit. That is absolute horseshit. I mean, why? How the Freedom Tower could have been amazing and how it isn't. Now, I put an awful damn lot of work into this, and they didn't monetize it. And when they don't monetize something, they sure as hell don't promote it. It won't show up in anybody's feeds. It won't show up anywhere unless you directly send traffic to it. It's, they don't want to spend money on bandwidth if they're not getting, if there's no money on it. So that's awesomely horseshit. What else have we got? How to prepare my open casket when I'm gone. Not monetized. I don't know why. 8 unbelievable true facts about war. You see, the little money sign is slashed out, and they don't tell me why. I don't get to know why. What your dream about your dead parents mean. Just not monetized. They don't tell you why. They don't give a shit. America needs brothels. We're long overdue. Freedom, right? Psh, screw you, pal. Walgreens and Safeway Pharmacy rip you off. One view, which clearly is me, no monetization. But what's really fun, and this is higher up on the page, I'll have to scroll. I did a piece called How YouTube Screws You Over When It Comes to Copyright. And you'll notice the little money symbol is not blue, as it should be if you're collecting money. And there isn't a gray dollar sign with a slash through it. No, it's just a gray dollar sign. I think that's their way of telling you, don't mess with YouTube. Guys, I'd love to be your friend. I'd love to be your enemy. I'd love to be your frenemy. I would love to have some relationship with you. But I mean, God damn it, it's so stupid. Because I criticize the ways in which you rape your publishers, somehow, it's just stupid. So, in short, of the 280-ish videos I've uploaded on this channel alone, I would say about 10% of them are not monetized. On my main channel, youtube.com/glossy news, I would say maybe 40% of all the views I've ever had have either not been monetized or have been monetized with the with them sweet clicks going to somebody else. And if it went to court, it would be illegal. but it doesn't. It's not a legal matter. It's not a legal complaint. It's all about terms of service. And YouTube really does have to suck up to the likes of Sony and Universal and all those guys. They really do. But do they have to screw us over to do it? Well, I mean, the short answer is, I guess, yes. Now, you could argue, well, is YouTube even profitable? Well, I don't know. That's none of my business. What I do know is Sony, Universal, and all those guys are profitable, and in no small part because of ripping off publishers like me. In terms of the audio-only version of the podcast, the MP3 version, I've never had an issue. I've never had a complaint. I've never had a takedown. I've never had a copyright notice. It's only YouTube. And I tell you guys, if YouTube could somehow figure out a way to suck more dick, they would be in the real doll business. Let's see if they monetize this video.
Technology.
Yes, this is Brian White from the Glossy News 4K Podcast. Yes, this is Brian K. Okay. Gotta hang up there. Let's try it again.
Hello?
Yes, this is Brian from the Glossy News 4K Podcast. I got disconnected a minute.
Is this a real person?
Yes, this is a real person. I was just wondering if you had a minute to talk about an interview for your awesome Jolly Roger telephone service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, can we talk about it?
Right.
No, can you hear me okay?
Hang on a second.
Sure.
Hang on. There's a bunch going on here. Hang on. Hang on.
No problem.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Who's this? What are you calling about again?
Yeah, this is Brian K. White from the Glossy News 4K Podcast, and I was wondering if you wanted to do our interview now about your awesome bot that, wastes people's time.
Right.
Are you interested?
You know, I was having trouble concentrating because you sound exactly like somebody I went to high school with. So, sorry. Say that part again?
No, that's fine. I get that a lot. I'm doing an interview with you right now about this bot you've created that wastes people's time. Telemarketers, people who can't, understand that you're not a real person and that you're actually just a bot. And I was wondering if you could, tell me more about it.
Oh, geez, hang on. There's a bee on me. Hang on. There's a bee on my arm.
A bee?
Okay. You know what? You keep talking. I'm not going to talk, though, but go ahead and keep talking. Say that part again, and I'm just going to stay quiet because of this bee.
Sure thing. So I'm calling to interview you about this awesome bot you created that people can send telemarketers to waste their time and make them think they're talking to a real person when, in fact, it's all fake. Can you tell us about it?
Okay.
Can you tell us about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, please do. Please tell us about this bot you've created that wastes people's time.
Sure.
Well, get on it, man. What's your problem?
Right.
Are you stoned?
Right.
Right what?
It's totally crawling up my arm. It's crawling on my arm. It's freaking me out. But it's not mad. I guess it's okay. Anyway, so, sorry, you keep talking. Go ahead. Keep talking.
So, no problem. So I'm starting to think that when I scheduled this interview, what I actually did was schedule it with the bot and not the actual person who created the bot. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Okay, it's gone. Hey, okay, so you know when I said I was listening to you during the bee thing?
Yep.
Actually, I was just concentrating on the bee. I'm sorry. So can you start over? What were you saying during the bee?
That's all right. That's all right, my friend. I understand how it goes. We all hate bees. So listen, I want to tell the world about this awesome bot you've created that wastes people's time, and I want to publish it on my 4K podcast, and I just need your help. Tell me a little bit about the bot. Would you do that, please? Hello?
Sure.
No, would you tell me about the bot?
Yeah.
Oh, see, now you're just saying yeah.
Right.
Now you're just saying right.
Okay, so I just woke up from a nap. I'm still kind of groggy, and I took some medicine that doesn't help. So, you know that feeling when you just wake up, you need a couple minutes to think and figure out what's going on?
Yep.
Maybe get some coffee. You drink coffee?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, honey, is there any coffee left? So, hang on. I haven't had a chance to really wake up all the way.
Oh, no,
so
that's
can
fine.
you just go a little slower? Who's this?
God damn it, man. Guys, this is the best bot, I think, ever.
Oh, actually, hey, hang on a second.
Sure.
Hey, honey. Yeah? Well, I'm on the phone. Well, we haven't really gotten that far. I'm not sure yet. Sorry. Who's never mind. Can I talk to you later, honey? Okay, thanks. Bye. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. So, who's this? Sorry, can you start over? Who's this? Why are you calling?
I love it. It's so fucking clever. Oh, I hope the Kickstarter works well for you, my friend.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. And I hope this becomes a global phenomenon with countless numbers, more numbers than the spammers have to rip us off, so that you can continue wasting their time. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes! All right, we've come to an agreement. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time, and I will be at your house tomorrow with bells on, and we'll do whatever. So, guys, that's how the Jolly Rogers telephone company works, and if you're not on board, get on board because it's hysterical. So this is kind of an offhanded story. This is the story of when I took my German exchange student best friend Frank to Tijuana. Now this is in the pre-9/11 days, so you could just take a teenager who wasn't your kid from America to Mexico, even if he wasn't Mexican or American. Yeah, different times. When I was a kid, we just walked into Mexico. We didn't have passports. We probably didn't even have birth certificates with us. We just walked into Mexico and walked back. But no, that won't do, because apparently now us, parents and children, we're all terrorists. And if you disagree, Trump will build the wall 10 feet higher. Because, that's what a fucking 5-year-old would do. It's fine. If you support Trump, I would love to hear from you in the comments below, telling me why. And don't use talking points. Use actual thoughts and opinions. No, it's fine. It won't happen. I won't see those. Nobody's going to send me those because in part, they don't exist, and in part, nobody's listening, nobody's watching. It's fine. So, Frank is German, and when I went back to Germany a year or two ago, I tried desperately to find him. I was within an hour of his home, but no amount of Googling did the job. It was disappointing. Anyway, the Germans are very pragmatic. They believe the price is the price is the price. Frank's dad told me a story about how a American company came in and quoted them for a bunch of computers for their business. And he said, boy, I'm sorry. The price just doesn't work. If it was this, we could make it work, but it isn't. Can we do that price? No, we can't. Okay. The next day he gets a call. You know what? I talked to my boss. We can do that price. Frank's dad was furious. No way. No way in hell. I offered you that price yesterday and you said no. Today you call me back and say it works. You are a liar. You are dishonest. I will never do business with you. To which I said, hey man, it's the price you want for the thing you want. Just, why? Nope. They're dishonest. Okay. So we went to Tijuana. And at the time in Tijuana, the normal bartering system was something like 70 to 50%. So if you see something for $1, you can offer them 50 cents, 70 cents, and get it. Any lower, they'll tell you to go to hell. Any higher, they'll give it to you. But gringo, you be loco. Anyway, so we go down there, and Frank has heard about bartering. He's never done it. Mind you, this is a teenager we're talking about, so even an American teenager is going to be a bit green in the fine arts of barter. But no, he's not just a teenager. He's a German teenager. So it was great. It was great. We go down there, and these poor merchants, they just see us. We're clearly American, and Frank with us, a blonde-haired teenager. They assume he is us. He's not just with us, he's one of us. And man, were they wrong. Because when it came time to negotiate, they were doing it all in English. His English was terrible. Their English was better than his, but not great. And so we go down there, and he wants to get a great bargain. And we're like, oh yeah, they've got chiclets, barter on those. No. Well, they've got, little stupid toys and, bullshit. No. Chess pieces. I don't play. What do you want, man? What do you want? Well, I want a leather jacket. I was like, oh, good. At the time, you could get a pretty good deal on a leather jacket in Mexico. A better deal than in the U.S. So he goes in, and the first place he stops, the guy goes, oh, yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay, that's $150. Frank goes, whoa. Now, he could have probably got it for about 90. And he says, okay, I will give you $30. The guy looks at him and he goes, $30? For $30? $30? For $30, I'll give you a straight jacket. And Frank goes, okay, let me see one of those. And I was like, nope. You're done. Let's go. We're walking. Had to pull it. No, that guy was gonna sell me a straight jacket. Frank, you don't know. They do have a great GDP though. I mean, the Germans are very industrious. I have high regards for their manufacturing and engineering. Their bartering? Well, maybe that's best left to the executives. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sound. Oh, listen to it. You know what that means? Yeah, it means we're getting close to the end, but we're not quite there yet. We still have a closing thought. We do indeed. Before we get to that, I should say, follow me around the web. You can find links to Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, all that good stuff by going to glossynews.com/podcast. For the love of God, won't you do it? Someone, anyone. I'm so lonely. So lonely. And I should also point out that while I lambaste Windows and YouTube for their fuckery from on high, I'm just a dude in a goddamn shed that isn't even finished. As those of you viewing on YouTube can see, I don't have the millions they do. I don't even have the hundreds they do. But I'm still here doing it, man. I'm still here doing it. So, you know. Background music by Greg the Hero. Isn't he awesome? He does really great work. Thank you, Greg the Hero. The opening and closing segments are by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. And, as you know, you can get my podcast each Sunday or Monday. Monday-ish if you're not subscribed. Sunday, usually, if you are. Monday at the latest. I swear. I swear. Closing thought. If you want to have good customer service, listen to your customers. Don't treat them like idiots. Actually listen to them. They're the ones with the money, man. They you know what they want to buy, but they know how they want to buy it. So there you go. That's my closing thought. All right, guys. I will talk at you next week.